Om Shri Padmatmani Namaham. Namaste devotees and Jai Sita Ram. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our Sunday morning satsang. It is very beautiful, March 5th, 2023. As we commence with our puja for today, devotees, I ask that we all join together as we go ahead and clasp our hands and close our eyes. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs up all the way. And as you exhale, relax your spine, drop your shoulders, relax your neck, your forehead, relax your entire body. With your eyes remaining closed, devotees, I want you to avoid your mind of all worldly materials, all negative thoughts, and anything that may be causing you stress. And at this time, focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you. One that helps you concentrate, one that helps you focus, and join together with me as we chant our opening prayers. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyati Ishavasyam nidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitham magurudhankasya swidhanam Om sahana vavatu sahana bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahe tejasvina vadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. We offer prayers to Prithvi Mata as we bless and sanctify the seat under which we sit. Om Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastane Mandite Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padasparsham Kshamaswame Om Prithvi Tvaya Drathalukam Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadratham Tvam Chadharyamam Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam Om Shri Prithvi Devaya Namaham. Place your flower down on the altar, give and take your seat. Pages, could you get her a few pieces of paper towel, please? Thanks, man. Go ahead and wash your hands, Gita. Om Hasta Prakshalanam Samarpayami. Govindaya Namaham. There's a paper towel for you. You're going to put your right hand on top of your left and make sure you put your pointer finger and your thumb together. We're going to sip water 3 times to purify the body. Om Amrito Pastaranamasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Nishaha Shri Mai Shri Shrayatam Swaha. Wash your hands again. Om Apavitra Pavitroam Sarvavashtam Gatopiva Yasmerit Pundarikaksham Sabhayabhyam Tarashuchi Om Chandanasya Mahatpunyam Pavitram Papanashanam Aparam Hariti Nityam Lakshmistishtate Sarvada. Go ahead and take some water in your left hand now and follow along with me as we commence with Angsparsh as we bless the various parts of our body. Om, we touch our lips first. Om Wang Myasyastu. Touch your nose. Om Nasorme Pranurastu. We touch our eyes. Om Akshurme Chakshurastu. Touch our ears next. Om Kandyorme Shrotamastu. Your arms. Om Bahorme Balamastu. Legs. Om Urhorme Ojoastu. The rest of your body. Om Adishtani Me Angani. Tanusthanawame Sahasantu. Okay, just switch the flowers and the prasad around. Thank you, sir. And then take a flower of any color in your hand next, Gita. And devotees, we all join together now as we commence in chanting the most powerful Gayatri Mantra. Om Agakshivare Devi Akshare Brahmavadini Gayatri Jagat Mathar Vishwayoni Namostute Om Bhore Bhuvasma Tat Savitur Bharenyam Paragone Vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayata Om Bhore Bhuvasma तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूरे भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। हरि ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम प्रेम से बोलो गायत्री माता की जय। Place a flower down in the same spot, Gita. Good. And then you're going to take a red flower in your hand next. Devotees, we join together as we offer prayers and obediences to that remover, destroyer, but also creator of all obstacles in our life. We offer prayers to Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganapati Namaham. Om Gajananam Bhutaganaadhi Sevitam Kapita Jambhu Palachara Bhakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam. At this time, devotees, I request members of the Kirtan group offer one bhajan dedicated to Lord Ganesh as we commence with our puja up front at this time.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jake Parvati, Pita Mahadeva, Jai Ganesha Deva. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jake Parvati, Pita Mahadeva, Jai Ganesha Deva. लदवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, संत करे सेवा। लदवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती, पिता महादेवा, जय गणेश देवा। एक दंत दयावंत, चार भुजाधारी, चार भुजाधारी। मात के सिंदूर सोहे मुझके सवारी, मुझके सवारी। दुखियों के दुख हरण परमानंद देवा, जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती, पिता महादेवा, जय गणेश देवा। अंधन को आँख देत, कुरियन को काया, कुरियन को काया। बंजन का पुत्र देत, निर्जन को माया, निर्जन को माया। बहु से पार करो नाथ, भजन करो तेरा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा। माता जाके पार्वती, पिता महादेवा, जय गणेश देवा। जो तेरा ज्ञान करो, ज्ञान मिले उसको, ज्ञान मिले उसको। चौर तुझे और भला जाओ मैं किसको, जाओ मैं किसको। हे देवा कृपा करो, कष्ट हरो मेरा। जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, गणेश देवा माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश देवा
Take one of those purple flowers out. Once it gets open, there you go. Hold on to it. Devotees, may we all join together now as we offer our final pratana, our final praise to Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganapataye Namah. Om Vakratun Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurumi Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvadam Om Raksha Raksha Garadhaksha Raksha Trilokya Rakshakar Bhaktanam Bhayam Karta Trata Bhava Bhavaranawar Om Shriman Mahanganadipataye Namah Prem se bol Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. Place your flower down right there for me, Geeta. You're going to take a white flower in your hand next. And devotees, as we continue on with our week, I used to hear this a lot. We say this is for students, but this is for anybody who's undergoing an educational opportunity. As we all know, educational opportunities happen for us every second of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year. So as we go forward with any of these educational opportunities or learning about things in our life or about ourselves, we offer praise to this next mother, Mother Saraswati. She's the mother of knowledge. She's the mother who helps us convert that knowledge into wisdom. She's the mother of music. But most importantly, she's the mother of clarity of mind. So we ask Mother Saraswati as we pray to her, provide us with that clarity of mind throughout the week so we may make wise and comfortable decisions to make sure that we're living a happy and better life. Om Saraswati Namaham. Om Saraswati Mahabhagye Vidye Kamala Nochine Vidyarupe Vishalakshi Vidyamnehi Namostute Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varare Kamarupini Vidyarambam Kadashyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Saraswati Namaham. Place that flower down right here for me, Geeta, and then take a pink flower in your hand. Geeta, are you okay lighting this, or do you want me to light it? Okay, Tejas, can you hand me the lighter, please? Devotees, we offer this next prayer. Oh, goodness. None of us stretched this morning. We offer this next prayer to that mother of light in this universe, that mother of prosperity and wealth. And when we talk about wealth, we talk about physical wealth, but that's spiritual wealth, that wealth we need for this life, the next, forever, how many it goes. We offer obediences and praise to Mother Lakshmi. Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Dana Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashai Deepa Jyotir Namostute Om Namaste Astu Mahamai Shri Pite Surapujate Shankha Chakrangara Haste Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Namaste Garudharudhi Ola Sura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Sarvagye Sarvavarade Sarvarushta Bhayankari Sarvarukha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Madhyantarhate Devi Adi Shakti Maheshwari Yogakja Yoga Sambhute Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Stula Sukshma Maharaudra Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Padmasana Sthiti Devi Parabrahma Swarupini Parameshin Jaghane Mathar Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Shvetambardhare Devi Nana Langhare Bhushate Jagatasthithi Jagane Mathar Mahalakshmi Namostute Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Mahalakshmi Namaham. Place your flower down right here in front of the diya, and then take a yellow flower in your hand next. Devotees, we join together as we offer praise and obediences to that universal mother and that destroyer of all evils in our life. We offer praise to Adi Shakti and Durga Mata. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadhana Mostute Jai Tuam Devi Chamunde Jai Putarte Niharini Jai Sarvagati Devi Pararatri Namostute Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnu Maiti Shabdita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. As we pray to Mother Durga, devotees, we say, O Durga Mata, Thou art the universal mother, and we, your children, worship you in your many forms. O Ma, we see was Buddhi, wisdom, Lakshmi, prosperity, Shakti, energy, Shraddha, faith, Shanti, peace, Tushti, contentment, and Daya, compassion. And as we pray to you, O Ma, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha, we continue to bow to thee again and again. Devotees, we offer praise to Mother Durga in the form of the universal mother, Matri Rupe. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Dehi Sobhagyam Arogyam Dehi Me Paramam Sukham Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi Yasho Dehi Dvisho Jahi. At this time, devotees, I request that the members of the Kirtan group offer 2 bhajans dedicated to the Universal Mothers as we continue with our puja up front.
Hey Sharde Ma, Hey Sharde Ma, Agyanata se hame tar de Ma. Hey Sharde Ma, Hey Sharde Ma, Agyanata se hame tar de Ma. Tu swaki devi ye sange de tujhse शब तेरा हे हागे तुझसे तू स्वाम के देवी ये संगी जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। तू सुन ले, तू सुन ले, तू सुन ले मेरे पुकार, मेरे पुकार ओ माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। आदि भगवती माँ तूने ही जग को जन्म दिया है। तू सावित्री, तू ही गौरी, तू ही विष्णु प्रिया है। हो ज्योति भये तेरे रूप कहे, तेरी लीला, तेरी लीला, तेरी लीला अपरंपार, अपरंपार ओ माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। तेरे दया के फल में बनती बिगड़े काम सभी के। तू जिस चाहे नारायण की करती कृपा उसे पे। तेरे ध्यान धरो, गुण ज्ञान करो, मेरे पूजा, मेरे पूजा, मेरे पूजा करे स्वीकार, करे स्वीकार ओ माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। तू सुन ले, तू सुन ले, तू सुन ले मेरे पुकार, मेरे पुकार ओ माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता।
That's my daughter. Om प्रेम से बोलो सरस्वती माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय. Go ahead and place your flowers down for me, Geeta. go ahead and take a, well, it's a good question. Take a yellow, a white, a purple, and a red. As we offer this next set of prayers, devotees, to the Navgraha Devata, also referred to as the 9 planets, we recognize them as the beings that have the most influence in our life. So, quick story for you all. I work for a hospital system here in Georgia, and we were doing correlative studies as to the number of patient safety events with the phases of the moon. Do you all want to take a stab at which days are the worst in the hospitals? Huh? Think a little broader. One day during the month. Full moon days. For some reason, full moon days are probably the worst days. We call it, that's the running joke in healthcare. Whenever something bad happens, was it a full moon that night? So when you look at these correlative events, and you look at how the moon positions itself, you have to question, what is the effect of the moon on the human body? Now, scientifically, we know that the human body is made up of 70 to 75% water. So if the moon has the power to move the oceans, imagine what the power it has on your own body, your own mind, your own soul. I try to think about this a little bit correlatively when it comes to myself or even my family. And so this entire week, my dog has been very, very skittish for some reason. She's been scared to walk through certain doors. She's a giant German Shepherd. She shouldn't be scared of anything, but she's scared of certain things. And I looked up the other night while she was outside, kind of sitting in the corner, like not wanting to go anywhere, and I realized it was a full moon. And so the day after, I did a little experiment. We did all the same things in all the same ways. And you want to know what happened with the dog? She was perfectly fine. So we have to ask ourselves, and we have to recognize that when we're worshiping the Navgraha Devata, we can't just write it off as, oh, the planetary systems are doing something and it's no big deal or it has no effect on me. The alignment of the Navgraha Devata, they're all over affect what they're positioned like, how they're arranged, even at our time of birth and the temperament we're given is all affected by them. So as we offer our prayers to the Navgraha Devata, we can't control their alignment, we can't control how they move, but what we can ask them for is to provide us with favorable outcomes during their alignment. And in those times of trouble, guide us on our path to the correct ways to live life. So the next time a new full moon comes around, you can't say that, okay, I'm going to rely on the Navgraha Devata for that. But what you can do is recognize that their alignment's going to affect me, and I need to change the way my attitude will be towards my outcomes of everything that I do in daily life. So we join together now, devotees, as we offer our prayers to the most influential beings in our life, to the Navgraha Devata, or as we refer to them in English, the 9 planets. Brahma Muraris Tripura Antapari Bhanush Shibhumi Sutum Budhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shanira Ukituam Sarvigraha Shanti Kara Bhavantu Sarvigraha Shanti Kara Bhavantu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Suryaya Namah.
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 Suryaya Namah Chandrama. Chandramaya Namah, Bhumaya Namah.
Chandramaya Namah, Bhumaya Namah.
Bhumaya Namah, Buddhaya Namah.
Bhumaya Namah, Buddhaya Namah.
Buddhaya Namah, Brihaspataya Namah. Brihaspataya Namah, Shukraya Namah.
Brihaspataya Namah, Shukraya
शुक्राय नमः शनिश्चराय नमः
शुक्राय नमः शनिश्चराय नमः
शनिश्चराय नमः राहवे नमः
शनिश्चराय नमः राहवे नमः
राहवे नमः केतवे नमः
राहवे नमः केतवे नमः
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय 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 नमः
सूर्याय नमः भास्कराय नमः
सूर्याय नमः भास्कराय नमः
भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः
भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय
Devotees, today is Sunday, also referred to in Hindu as Ravivar. Ravi means the sun, and Sunday. So as we continue on with our prayers to the Navgraha Devata, we offer prayers and obediences, that being that exists in the form of the sun and that sustainer of all life on this planet. We offer prayers to Surya Narayan Bhagavan. Om Suryaya Namaha 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 Harideva Namastumyam Prasidham Mama Bhashkaram Bhivakara Namastumyam Prabhakara Namostubhyam Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Om Prem se Bolo Navgraha Devata ki jai Prem se Bolo Surya Narayan Bhagavan ki jai. Good. And place that in front of Surya Narayan Bhagavan right there. Alright, Gita. Go ahead and take a yellow flower in your hand. At this time, devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to that sustainer of all things dharmic, all things righteous in this universe. We offer prayers to Lord Vishnu. Om Shri Vishnu Namah. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Surisham Vishwadharam Gagane Sadrisham Meghavaranam Shubhangam Om Lakshmikantam Kamalinayanam Yogi Bhira Dhyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokeekanatham Om Sashankha Chakram Sakirita Kundhalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiruhekshanam Sahara Vakshastala Shumikaustu Bhashriyam Namami Vishnu Shirasat Chaturbhujam Namami Vishnu Shirasat Chaturbhujam. We continue on by offering prayers to the seventh incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Lord Rama. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vidhise Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namah. We also offer prayers additionally to Mother Sita, Om Jagatasuta Jagajanani Janaki Atashaya Priya Karunani Raniki Bhakti Jugapada Kamala Manao Jasu Kripa Nirmala Matipao. We also offer prayers to Hanuman Swami. Om Mano Javamaruttatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhi Matam Vadishtam Vatatmajamanari Utthamukyam Shri Ramadutam Sharadam Prapati Shri Ramadutam Sharadam Prapati. And finally, devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to the 8th incarnation of Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Om Hararavinne Napararabindam Mukharavinne Vinivishrayanam Vatasya Patrasya Puthi Shrayanam Balam Mukundam Manasasmadami Balam Mukundam Manasasmadami. Om Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Mukham karoti vatshalam panghum langayati girim Yakrapatamaham vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Maradanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam vande Jagatgurum. Krishnam vande Jagatgurum. At this time, devotees are requested the Kirtan group offer 3 bhajans dedicated to Lord Vishnu, his various incarnations, Mother Sita, Hanuman Swami, as we commence with our puja of prayer.
जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन के तृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन के तृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा. जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन के तृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन के तृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा. कृष्ण नाम पावन पावन, कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा, जो न बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण जग में हुहारा हारा. कृष्ण नाम पावन पावन, कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा, जो न बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण जग में हुहारा हारा. मन कामिते अंधयारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण, मन कामिते अंधयारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण. जिसको मिले ना पेरा सुख का मारन क्या जाने, जो न दाए कृष्ण कृष्ण नित का दारम क्या माने. जिसको मिले ना पेरा सुख ना मारन क्या जाने, जो ना कृष्ण कृष्ण नित का दारम क्या माने. चाहे अगर उजियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण, चाहे अगर उजियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण. चोर दे बकना डर डर, तोड़ दे हम का घेरा, बोल जगत के वैवे जगहे दुखो का डेरा। चोर दे बकना डर डर, तोड़ दे हम का घेरा, बोल जगत के विवा जगहे दुखा कारा। पीरा के मैं मर मारा, बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण, पीरा के मैं मारा मारा, बोले कृष्ण कृष्ण। सुबह शाम बोल बन्ने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बन्ने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण। जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण।
ओम हरि ओम। पिता तुही, माता तुही, भाई सका सुजान, मालिक स्वामी भी तू है, जैसा दे कोई मान। किसी भाव से कोई भी तारो प्रेम ने जोड़, एक तेरा ही हो रहे, दुनिया से मुख मोर, दुनिया से मुख मोर। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। जगत में साचा तेरा नाम, जगत में साचा तेरा नाम। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। जिसके सुमिरन से बन जाए सबके बिगड़े काम, सबके बिगड़े काम। जिसके सुमिरन से बन जाते सबके बिगड़े काम, सबके बिगड़े काम। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। दया तुम्हारे जिन पर होती वो कनकर बन जाते मोती। दया तुम्हारे जिन पड़ होती, कोकन कर बन जाते मोती, गौड़ लगे नादान, गौड़ लगे नादान। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। जगत में साचा तेरा नाम, जगत में साचा तेरा नाम। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। सर्वत कलाए फिश में तुम्हारे, उज्ज्वल कर दो भाग्य हमारे। सर्वत कलाए फिश में तुम्हारे, उज्ज्वल कर दो भाग्य हमारे। हे शबरी के राम, हे शबरी के राम। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। जगत में साचा तेरा नाम, जगत में साचा तेरा नाम। श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम।
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई। दुर्योधन को मैं बचा को, दुर्योधन को मैं बचा को, सागब दूर कर पाई। सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई। छूते फल सबरी के खाई, छूते सबरी की के खाई, बहुविधि प्रेम लगाई। सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई। प्रेम के बसार अर्जुन तिहाको, प्रेम के बसार अर्जुन तिहाको, भूल गए चतुराई। सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई। ऐसे प्रीत बरी वृंदावन, ऐसे प्रीत बरी वृंदावन, गोपनी नान चाई। सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची, प्रेम सच्चाई। सूरदुरा इस लायक नाई, सूरदुरा इस लायक नाई, कहे लख करे बड़ाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची, प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची, प्रेम सच्चाई सबसे ऊंची, प्रेम सच्चाई। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Test. ओम प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय, प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, प्रेम से बोलो सीता माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो हनुमान स्वामी की जय, प्रेम से बोलो कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। Place your flag down right here in front of Lord Vishnu. And then take a white and a purple flower in your hand. And devotees, at this time we join together as we offer prayers and obediences to the universal Father, the universal Guru. We offer prayers that destroy all evils in our life and in this universe. We join together as we offer prayers to Lord Shiva. करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयार्दिविन्ध्ये भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि, भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय। Gita, you can go over with Mahendra to the Shiva Lingam so we can perform puja to Lord Shiva. शिथलिंगं निर्मलभासितं शोभितलिंगं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिंगं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगं,
तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगं।
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिंगं निर्मलभासितशोभितलिंगं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिंगं एकलिङ्गं
तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं
तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्
रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
रामेश्वराय शिव रामेश्वराय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
जटाधरा शिव जटाधरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
जटाधरा शिव जटाधरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
जटाधरा शिव जटाधरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
जटाधरा शिव जटाधरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
सोमेश्वरा शिव सोमेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
सोमेश्वरा शिव सोमेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
सोमेश्वरा शिव सोमेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
सोमेश्वरा शिव सोमेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
विश्वेश्वरा शिव विश्वेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
विश्वेश्वरा शिव विश्वेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
विश्वेश्वरा शिव विश्वेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
विश्वेश्वरा विश्वेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
कोटेश्वर कोटेश्वरा शिव कोटेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय कोटेश्वरा शिव कोटेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय कोटेश्वरा शिव कोटेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय कोटेश्वरा हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
जय जय शिव शम्भो 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 महादेवी शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो शिव 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 शम्भो शिव 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 शम्भो शिव 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 शम्भो शिव 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 शम्भो जय जय 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 शिव शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो महादेवी शम्भो शिव 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 शम्भो जय जय शिव शम्भो जय जय शिव शम्भो जय जय शिव शम्भो जय जय शिव शम्भो Shiva Shiva Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho Shiva 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 Shambho.
Devotees, we offer this next prayer for all those suffering from various illnesses, diseases, injuries, and ailments. We ask that they have a fast, speedy, and full recovery. We also offer a prayer for those transitioning from this world to the next. May their passage be a smooth and tranquil. Om yajame sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityurmukshyo mamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanatam Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanatam Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat. Om Gangadapate Namaha Om Kartiki Namaha Om Nandishwaraya Namaha Om Vasuki Namaha Om Shri Sambha Sadha Shivaya Namaham. Prem se Bolo Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Devotees, for all of us of our Guru, we offer a prayer to our Guru. If not, we take Lord Shiva in our mind as our universal Guru. As we join together in prayer. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murati Puja Moolam Gurur Param Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam Moksha Moolam Gurur Kripar Prem se Bolo Gurudeo ki jai. Take your flower gita, place it in front of Lord Shiva. And devotees, for all those who have prasad at Charawais, let you please come forward at this time. Go ahead and hold your prasad in both hands. Focus on Bhagwan as we offer these following mantras. Om Hai Vidyam Grihitam Deva Bhakti Mehi Chalam Kuru ईप्सितं मे वरं देहि परात्रयः पराङ्गतिम् ॐ इदं फलं मया देव स्थापितं पुरतस्तवान् तेन मे सफलावप्येद भवज्जन्मनि जन्मनि ॐ सर्वपापहरं दिव्यं गाङ्गेयं निर्मलं जलम् आचमनं मया रक्तं गृहीतं पुरुषोत्तमम्. Offer your prasad to the altar.
आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन 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 मिलने की बहन सुदाम के तुंडल मिलने की बहन सुदाम के तुंडल रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन दुर्योधन की मेवा त्यागे दुर्योधन की मेवा त्यागे सागु विदुर कर कायो प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन जो कोई तुम्हारा भोग लगावे जो कोई तुम्हारा भोग लगावे सुख संपत्ति करावे प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन ऐसा भोग लगावे प्यारे मोहन ऐसा भोग लगावे प्यारे मोहन सब अमृत हो जाए प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन जो कोई ऐसा भोग लगावे जो कोई ऐसा भोग लगावे सब अमृत हो जाए प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ 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 प्यारे मोहन
At this time, devotees, I ask that we all join together as we commence in chanting our Hawan mantras. Om mani mili purohitam yajyashanivamretvajam otaram ratadhatamam agni devaya namaham. Alright, we're going to offer both samagri and ghee into the Hawan Kund. Om Prajapati
स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतिरन्नामम
Om Indraya
स्वाहा इदम् इन्द्राय इदन्नामम
Om Agnaye
स्वाहा इदमग्ने इदन्नामम
Om Somaya
स्वाहा इदं सोमाय इदन्नामम
Om Bho
स्वाहा इदमग्ने इदन्नामम
Om Bhu भुवा
स्वाहा इदं वायवे इदं नामम
ॐ स्वः
स्वाहा इदं सूर्याय इदं नामम
ॐ सूर्याय नमः
स्वाहा इदं सूर्याय इदं नामम
ॐ चन्द्राय नमः
स्वाहा इदं चन्द्राय इदं नामम
ॐ भौमाय नमः
स्वाहा इदं भौमाय इदं नामम
ॐ बुधाय नमः
स्वाहा इदं बुधाय इदं नामम
ॐ बृहस्पते नमः
स्वाहा इदं बृहस्पते इदं नामम
ॐ शुक्राय नमः
स्वाहा इदं शुक्राय इदं नामम
ॐ शनिश्चराय नमः
स्वाहा इदं शनिश्चराय इदं नामम
ॐ राहवे नमः
स्वाहा इदं राहवे इदं नामम
ॐ केतवे नमः
स्वाहा इदं केतवे इदं नामम
ॐ गणेशाय नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ महागौर्यै नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ महासरस्वत्यै नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ महालक्ष्म्यै नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ महादुर्गायै नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ गुरुवे नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ ब्रह्मणे नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ विष्णुवे नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
स्वाहा
ॐ रामाय नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ सीताय नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ हनुमते नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ कृष्णाय नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ शिवाय नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः
स्वाहा
ॐ सर्वेभ्यो पितृभ्यो नमः
स्वदः
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा. Take everything together and please stand as we make our final offerings known as Puranahuti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Udharam Nivadating Pritibhyaha Viswanaramrita Ajatam Aganim Bhavingvam Samrajatitim Jananam Asanapatram Tanyanti Deva Swaha Om Sarvam Vai Puranagvam Swaha Om Sarvam Vai Puranagvam Swaha Om Sarvam Vai Puranagvam Swaha. We take blessings from Agnira Devata. Om Thanapaganessi Tanvame Pahe Om Vadyuragane Sadyurme Dehi Om Varachorganesi Varachume Nehi Om Magnayanve Tanva Udaram Tanma Pruna Om Tejwasi Tejamai Dehi Om Virimasi Virimai Dehi Om Balamasi Balamai Dehi Om Ojosi Ojomai Dehi Om Manyurasi Manyomai Dehi Om Sahosi Sahomai Dehi Om Shanti Rastu Pushi Rastu Vrithi Rastu Yatapapram Tati Patimashtu Dviperech Tushpere Surashanti Rabhavatu Achmanyam Om Sarvapapaharam Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanamayaratam Grihitam Purushotamam Om Shanti 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 Hirium Prem Sabaragni Devata Ki Jai. While we get set up and clean up for Hawan, I request that the Kirtan group offer one additional bhajan before we commence with our sermon for today.
कोई मेरे सानों में पागल प्यार बचा कर चला गया कोई मेरे प्राणों में पागल प्यार बता कर चला गया, चला गया। कोई मेरे प्राणों में पागल प्यार बता कर चला गया, चला गया। कोई मेरे आंखों में मीठे सपनों सजा कर चला गया, चला गया। कोई मेरे प्राणों में पागल प्यार बता कर चला गया, चला गया। शशि पर बिखरी थी अलगी, मदिरा में डूबी थी पलके। मुकुट शशि पर बिखरी थी अलगी, मदिरा में डूबी थी पलके। कोई आंखों आंखों में, कोई आंखों आंखों में जाम पिलाकर चला गया, चला गया। कोई मेरे प्राणों में पागल प्यार बचा कर चला गया, चला गया। किसी थी वो मोह का माया, हर सर कपड़े को बेकाया। किसी थी वो मोह का माया, हर सर कापी को बेकाया। कोई मेरे सुर की वीणा से तार दिलाकर चला गया, चला गया। कोई मेरे प्राणों में पागल प्यार बचा कर चला गया, चला गया। कोई मेरे आंखों में मीठे सपनों सजा कर चला गया, चला गया। कोई मेरे प्राणों में पागल प्यार बचा कर चला गया, चला गया, चला गया, चला गया।
Devotees, before we commence with our sermons for today, we offer praise to Lord Ganesh to remove any obstacles that exist within our mind that prevent us from learning this material. We offer praise to Mother Saraswati, so she allows us to turn this knowledge into wisdom. We offer praise to our gurus, who lay the path before us, so we may be able to sit down here today to learn from the scriptures. Om Vakratuna Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurami Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Saraswati Namastum Yamvareka Marupini Vidhyarambam Kadashyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahman Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaham Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaham Prem se Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai, Prem se Bolo Saraswati Mata ki jai, Prem se Bolo Guru Dev ki jai. Before we dive into the Srimad Bhagavad Puran for today, devotees, I promised you every week I'd give you something to help you along the lines of performing your puja at home. So last week we talked about performing a proper havan, getting your samagri together, and how we would ensure that that Hawan Kun burns out by the end of the day. Today I'm going to teach you something that I think is very vital for us to know, but is also very simple, but makes your puja whole and substantial. So let me ask you the question here. Who knows the prayer for offering chandan? It's okay. Om Shri Khanda Chandanam Dibyam Gandadyam Sumuroharam Veliparam Sarashishtaha Chandanam Pratigrihitam. You don't have to memorize this, but who knows the other prayer for chandan? Anybody? Paramananda Saubhagya Parani Parara Rigantare Grahana Paramam Gandam Kripya Parameshwari. What's the difference between those two prayers? I think you had those letters backwards, Mahendra. There you go. So Mahendra's saying one is for devas, the other one's for devis. There's a male form of a prayer and a female form of a prayer. What's the third prayer for chandan? Ganda dwaram daradarasham nitya pushtam karishinim ishwarim sarvabhutanam tamahopaveshwarim. That's a generalized one. Now why am I telling you this? Because as the average human, we don't know every single prayer. We don't know the denominations between how to state it for a male, for a female. And it's not your responsibility to know that information. That's my responsibility. That's the responsibility of the pundit. That's why I sit up here, because I have that knowledge to say those prayers. Your responsibility is still to say something after you make an offering when you're doing your pujas at home. But you don't have to know these extensive prayers. So to make your lives easier, there's an abbreviated way to say something when you perform a puja. So let's say you're offering chandan to Lord Ganesh. You would say, Om Shri Ganganapataye Namo Namah Chandanam Samara Payami. Samara Payami is going to be your best friend when it comes to doing prayers and pujas at home. Samara, everybody repeat after me. Samara Payami. Think Payami, but Payami. Samara Payami. So whenever you're offering something, if you know the Sanskrit word, you can say it. So if you're offering a flower, you can say Om Pushpam Samara Payami. If you don't know the word for flower, you can say Om Flower Samara Payami. That's fine. It's the intent, not always the knowledge. So let's say I'm offering Chandan Haridram Kumkum Sindur to Mother Durga. I'd say Om Maha Durgaya Namaha Chandanam Haridram Kumkumam Sinduram Samara Payami. Okay? So if I was going to offer, again, if we go through all the steps, if I go through bathing, Om Snanam Samarapayami. Clothing, Vastra Yugmam Samarapayami. Gandam can be Chandan Haridram Kumkum Sindar all together, Samarapayami. Akshat is rice, Akshatam Samarapayami. Flowers, Pushpam, Pushpam Samarapayami. Dupam, Deepam Samarapayami. Naivedyam, which is Mahambok Samarapayami. Akandaritu Phalam, which is fruits Samarapayami. Pugi Phalam, which is a Tambulam Samarapayami. Achmanim Samarapayami. Nakshanam Samarapayami. So whenever you're doing your pujas at home, I want you to remember this. You don't have to know the prayer specifically. Now, I'm making a guide for everybody that goes through all of these prayers, how you can do those at home. That'll be printed out and it'll be here available on the Mandir in the next couple of weeks. But at home, your new responsibility is to say that when you're making your offerings. So, your two new favorite words are Samara Payami. Everybody say it again. Very good. Very good. And just remember that when you're at home. You don't have to know the extensive prayers, but you still have to be able to say something when you're offering something. Right? You don't just hand somebody a plate of food and be like, here, here, have this. I don't know what bhojan is today, but have this chana. It's fine. Make sure you know what you're offering. With that being said, devotees, I'm going to turn our templates over from what's in my brain to what is in the brain of Bhagwan. So we move back in to the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. Remember, we're in Book 2, Canto 2. Chapter 6, which talks about the hymn of the original person confirmed. And last week we covered verses 1 through 11, which stated, Bhagavatam Puran, Srimad Bhagavatam Puran.
Bhagavatam Puran, Srimad Bhagavatam Puran.
Here's my second question for the congregation. Who did their homework last week? I saw your hand. I think that was my mother. Who remembers what the homework from last week was? I was very prescriptive. Yes, sir. Yeah, what each part of your body does and how you're using it for good specifically. So who wants to give me an example? I talk all the time, so I'm not going to give you examples. Oh, come on. Oh, who did you speak kind words to this week? Don't say your grandbaby. Who else? You don't have to give me, who did something good this week? Tell me about it. Anybody? Auntie Drew? Oh, so she helped her neighbor, who was elderly, 93, get her laundry done. Auntie Drew used her hands and her arms to do things. Did you talk to her too? Yeah. And did shopping for her groceries. So you're using your legs to be mobile. You're using your arms to do good things. Most importantly, she's using her mind in a beneficial way. So we talked, chapter, 6, verses 1 through 11. It talks about how the world is created by parts of Bhagwan, and each form and each part of Bhagwan serves a different purpose in this world. And all forms of our body, our parts of our body have a purpose, and they serve some different thing that we need to perform or do in this world. So now we move on to the verse 12. I'll let you know in 1 second. Yeah. Verse 12 says, the defender of Dharma. This is Lord Brahma speaking to Narad about the creation of the world. The defender of Dharma, me, you, my sons, and Lord Shiva all depend on the life and soul of the Supreme Being who constitutes the safe harbor of truth and wisdom. Verses 13 through 16 are very important because we're going to break this down. He says, me, you, Lord Shiva, and the great sages before you, the godly ones, the demonic ones, the human beings, and the excellent ones, the birds, the beasts, the reptiles, and all the heavenly beings, and also the plants and many other living entities found on land, in water, and in sky, together with the asteroids, stars, comets, planets, and moons, and lightning and thunder. All that was, all that is, and all that will be created, this entire universe, is pervaded and covered by the original person in a form of one's heart measuring no more than 9 inches. So this world is created by the heart of Bhagwan. Now I want you to think and keep in mind all the things and all the beings and all the items he listed here. He said all animals, he said all godly beings, he said all demons, all humans. We all live in the same world. Did you need something from me? Oh, you were waving to the baby. I see Mander just waving. So we all live in the same world. We all share the same plane. Now, if we all exist in the same world, and we're all made up of the same things, what does that make us all? The same. Who said that? Who said it? Who said it? Yeah. Like, it wasn't me. Very good. We're all the same. We're all made up of the same components. We're all made up of the same materials. So why on earth would we treat anybody, anything, any living being differently? Why would we do that? 1 second. I'll let you know. I'll let you know specifically when. I have a verse number that I'll let you know when. When I say the number 18, you light them, okay? Why would we treat anybody differently in this world if we're all made up of the same things? Are we all struggling in some way, shape, or form? So why is my struggle worse than somebody else's struggle? Why are my pains greater than other people's pains? Why are my hardships greater than other people's hardships? Because it's a perception. It's a perception in a world that doesn't truly exist. This world is immaterial. It's Maya. It's illusion. So these verses are telling us that Bhagwan is here, Bhagwan is there, Bhagwan is everywhere. Everything in every part of this world is made up of Bhagwan. We all share things equally. We can't assume that we're greater than somebody else, and we can't assume that our problems are greater than somebody else. Because I tell you one thing, what you may think is a hardship could be much harder for someone or much easier for someone. That doesn't mean it gives you the right to judge them or judge what they're going through or how they're going through it. Bhagwan says that we're made up of everything. All of us are the same. We need to treat each other as equals. And we also need to have the understanding that not everybody processes things the same way. He goes on to say in verse 17, the same way the sun spreads its rays over everything existing outside and illuminates and gives strength, the expansion of the universal form, the Supreme Person also vitalizes from both inside and outside. Inside and outside. Where can we draw our emotions from? I just told you the answer. Where? Inside and outside. Now, happiness doesn't necessarily come from the material world. Yes, we can draw happiness from outside. But where is happiness? Where is emotion generated from? Right here. Your head, your heart, your soul, your body. So who should control how you feel? Me, I should control how I feel. Just like Bhagwan exists everywhere, inside and out, I should be able to control what happens inside and out. Verse 18. He is the controller of immortality and fearlessness, transcendental to death and the material pleasure of anyone, and therefore, O Brahman, the glories of the original personality are considered immeasurable. Anything he does cannot be measured, because it's just so great. It's just so great. I wish Akshay was here, because Akshay asked me a great question. When we read through the scriptures, what are we always hearing about? We're hearing about the trials, tribulations, and potentially mistakes of Bhagwan. So why is somebody who's so immeasurable, so great, making so many mistakes? Well, I have to tell you one thing. God gets to where God is. God is who God is, and we recognize who God is because of those mistakes. The original person went through trials and tribulations so that we don't have to go through those same things. What does history tell us? What does history tell us? If anybody who's ever taken a history class, what is history supposed to teach us? Okay. Don't repeat the same mistakes. What's happened in the past, let it happen in the past. Learn from those mistakes and don't make them again. How many of us continue to make the same mistake over and over again? I do. The stove is hot. How many times have I burned myself? Immeasurable. There's nothing on the ground. I need to pay attention to where I walk, but I trip. How many times do I do that? Immeasurable. I know what I'm about to say is insulting, but I say it anyways. Immeasurable. So we're in control of everything, but again, everything, everywhere, it's immeasurable. So everything's here. You should know that the material realm of all living entities is but a portion of the energies of the person of happiness, beyond the material coverings where there is no death or fear. This world is only a small bit of what we see. How big is the galaxy? How big is the universe? We don't know. There's no measurable amount to the universe right now. But just know that the universe that we're living in, even though we call it infinite, is just a small piece of Bhagwan. That's how great he is. While those who are attached to family life and do not strictly follow the vows of celibacy have their place within the three material worlds, the threefold of that portion and the beyond constitutes the place where they reside, who will never be reborn. There is a place for us to be reborn. Yes, we can be attached to things, but we can also have a life in which we're never reborn. But the omnipresent Lord is the destination for both the paths of the material action and devotion. He is the shelter in the original person for the two ways of ignorance and knowledge. He from whom all planets and gigantic universal forms originated, complete with the elements, the senses and the material qualities in the universe, elevated above these worlds, compares to the sun that oversees everything it heats with its rays. So Bhagwan is like the sun to us. When the sun is out, where is there darkness? Only really in shade. But is there really truly darkness in the shade? Can you still see? Right, so what he's saying here, what Brahma is saying is Bhagwan exists everywhere. He's like the sun. He touches everything. He's omnipresent. He's omnipotent. I can't even say the words. Omnipresent, omnipotent. He's everywhere. So the driving point to this, because I'm not going to go any further into these scriptures, the driving point I want to make here is that you've heard from the scriptures, and we hear it time and time and time and again, that God is here, God is there, God is everywhere. So for some reason, when we stop listening to a sermon, we leave the mandir, we start judging people. We start judging things. We start judging the world around us. And I ask you, I truly ask you, how is that fair? How does that make sense? How does that legitimately make you a good person, a good human being, a good devotee of Sanatana Dharma, a good follower of Bhagwan, if you leave this temple and you start judging, you start enhancing yourself in anger, in greed, and lust? All of these things that derive us and take us away from the ultimate goal. The learning point here is that while God is here, God is there, God is everywhere, we still need to fully recognize that that's the case. You still need to fully recognize that's the case. Even all living entities have a spark of Bhagwan within them. So, your homework this week is to treat everything as equally as possible. So if there's an ant or a roach or a bug or a mouse or a snake or whatever in your home, you're going to lightly and kindly take that animal out and be as kind to it as if you had a visitor walk into your home. That is going to be absolutely hard for some people. You want to know how I know that? Because I'm absolutely terrified of snakes. I take care of them all the time, sometimes not in the best manner. I can't be like Sister Tiffany. Sister Tiffany had a photo where she found one, and she just picked it up with a stick and walked it out. I was like, that's brave, man. I would have passed out halfway through that. So your goals, your homework for this week is to treat every living entity as equally as possible. And I want to hear how you've done that. I want to hear how you've done that. If you find a spider, if you find some sort of living being in your home, take care of it in an ethical and morally right manner. Because remember, that bug, that rat, that snake, whatever it may be, has its own struggles. How are we to judge those struggles? See, now I'm taking it back to every living being. Originally, we're just talking about humans. It has its own struggles. Who am I to judge their struggles? Who am I to stop their struggles? Who am I to impede? Make sure we treat every living being with the same care as if we're looking at Bhagwan himself or herself. Prem se Bolo Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. Also, have some confidence. If you've never gotten up on a stage and danced during puja like my child has, you should definitely try it. She's showing us all new things. Devotees, may we all please stand for final arati.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakt Jano ke sankat Bhakt Jano ke sankat Chan mein dur kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jo jwave pal paave Dukh vinase man ka Swami Dukh vinase man ka Sukh sampatti gar aave Sukh sampatti gar aave Kashta mite jan ka Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita tum mere Sharan kaho jiski Swami Sharan kaho jiski Tum bina ran tuja Tum bina ran tuja Vaas karo jiski Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tum Puran Paramatma Tum Antarayami Swami Tum Antarayami Par Brahma Parameshwar Par Brahma Parameshwar Tum sabke Swami Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tum karuna ke sagar Tum palan karta Swami Tum palan karta Mai murak kalkami Mai sevak tum Swami Kripa karo bharata Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tum ho ek ho char Sabke pranapati Swami सबके प्राणपति किस विध मिलो दया में किस विध मिलो दया में तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने हाथ उठाओ द्वार पर तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे तन मन धन सब कुछ तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट सजन में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी
At this time, devotees, I ask that we all join together now. So we go ahead and clasp our hands and close our eyes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax your spine, drop your shoulders, relax your neck, your forehead, and your entire body. With your eyes closed, devotees, I want you to avoid your thoughts of all material desires. Anything that may be causing you distress, and all negative thoughts. And at this time, focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you. One that helps you maintain devotion, one that helps you concentrate. And join together with me as we chant these closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktahinam Janardanam Yatya Pujatam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tarastu Me. Papoham Papo Karmaham Papo Atma Papo Sambhava Trahimam Pundari Kaksham Sarva Papo Haru Hari. Om Tvameva Madhans Chapitha Tvameva Tvameva Bandhus Chasakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyam Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Asatoma Sadhamaya Ramasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityuma Mritam Yamaya. Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Devotees, may we all please bow. Om Guru da Brahma Guru da Vishnu Guru da Deo Maheshwara Guru da Sakshat Param Brahman Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Ham Shanti Antarikshagham Shanti Prithvi Shanti Apa Shanti Aushadhaya Shanti Vanaspati Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvegam Shanti Shanti Deva Shanti Sama Shanti Redhi. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Prem se bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Durga Mata ki. Prem se bolo Vishnu Bhagwan ki. Prem se bolo Shiva Shankar Bhagwan ki. Prem se bolo Shiva Shakti Mandir ki. Prem se bolo Sanatana Dharma ki. Good. And devotees, with this we have come to the end of our Sunday morning satsang. Again, today being March 5th, 2023. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here today, either in person or for those of you who are viewing live on YouTube at the moment, which I got to double check the chat to see who may be chatting. Let's see. We've got Auntie Zandra, JC Taram, and to the other 9 folks who are watching, JC Taram, to every single one of you. Just a few announcements, devotees, from our calendar for this month. Again, actually, I gave some wrong dates to Uncle Walter this morning. Tomorrow, which is Monday, March 6th, is the burning of Holika. I did plant Holika. It's 2 inches big. It's this big. So it's I got something, which is better than how it used to be, which is nothing. So I'll be burning Holika on behalf of the Mandir tomorrow, which is Monday, March 6th. And then Tuesday, March 7th is Holi, or it's Pagwa. It's the Pagwa celebration worldwide. Now, here at the Mandir, we were going to celebrate on the 12th. However, both Mahendra and I will be out of town, so we won't have anybody here to host that service. So we will be canceling service for next week, and instead we will be performing our holy celebration on Sunday, March 19th. Again, that is Sunday, March 19th. I think Sister Tiffany will have you sitting down for that day. So just know that we're not having service next week, but we're delaying it till the week after. There won't be any virtual service as well because I will be driving. So in good conscience, you shouldn't be preaching and driving at the same time. So I've been told by my driving instructor. And then the other events we have this month, devotees, is Chaitra Navaratri. Chaitra means fall Navaratri. That begins on Wednesday, March 22nd and ends on Thursday, March 30th. Spring, what did I say? Oh, sorry, spring. It means spring. Sorry. Thanks, Gita. Yeah. Chaitra Navaratri means spring Navaratri. Begins on Wednesday, March. Everybody's like, what? Wednesday, March 22nd, and ends on Thursday, March 30th. And on Thursday, March 30th, devotees, we move right into the holiday or the event known as Ram Navami, the birth of Lord Ram. So we will be having our service then again on Thursday, March 30th. And we will be doing Chaitra Navratri Puja. That'll be on Sunday, March 26th here in the Mandir. Again, that'll be an extended service. Sunday, March 26th will start at 10, probably end at 1 o'clock. Could be a little bit earlier, a little bit later. Just depends on how many people we have coming out for that day. And with that being said, devotees, I'm not going to cover any more. We do have a few events that are coming up in April, but we'll cover those a little bit later in time. And with that being said, devotees, I have no other updates, no other announcements to share with you all for today. So again, I just want to thank you all for coming out and for celebrating and worshiping Bhagwan with us. I hope you all have a safe, happy, healthy week. Jai Sita Ram to every single one of them. I'll now hand the microphone over to our presidents for a few more announcements.
Sita Ram devotees, our president in training and our president in training are not here today because they have family commitments. So thank you all for coming out here this morning. For this Monday, 2 key dates to remember. Of course, March 19th, we will celebrate Holika, our holy celebration here in the parking lot after our regular Sunday morning abbreviated satsang. And then, of course, on Sunday, March 26th, we will be celebrating or doing Navratri Puja here at the Mandir. And as Pandit mentioned, Navratri Puja will be a little bit extended by an hour or so because normally have a lot of rituals and depending on how many people show up here, it may go up to 1 o'clock. So please plan accordingly. I think we got a new member here this morning. So Jai Sita Ram. Yeah. Thank you for coming here. So we got some guests with us here this morning too. We are happy that you all take a minute to come worship with us here this morning. So thank you all very much. Today we will be celebrating, well first before we celebrate, today we'll be celebrating Gita's birthday. Gita birthday was on the 3rd of March, right? That was Friday. And so on behalf of all of us, happy birthday to you. Also last week we had another young man celebrated his birthday, but he's not here with us. His parents are here with us, Ricky de Freitas. Ricky is out in the army. He is out in training. I understand that he's doing well. Oh, that's Jonathan. Where's Ricky at? Ricky. So we want to wish Ricky a happy birthday. Jonathan, the brother, is out in the military. He's in training right now. He's doing well. We're happy for him, and hopefully he will be here. When is he coming home? On the 20th, so hopefully we'll see him shortly thereafter. So again, thank you. It's going to turn out to be a beautiful day. I will ask that we will, for Bojan, if we'll partake in Bojan, but please we'll do that inside the house because the pollen is too much outside, and that stuff is getting out into your body system, into your food and stuff like that. So please, let's go into the house and enjoy Bojan this afternoon. With that said, Gita, if you will come and sit over here so we could have a birthday song for you and celebrate your birthday, young lady.
छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल छोटी छोटी गैया छोटे छोटे ग्वाल छोटो सो मेरो